Alright, CBM Interview. So let's just get right into it. We got Cuse Town, Dust User, Yoshi, and Viktor Hadah here. And usually I have you say your own names, but I don't feel like it today. So, the CBM, how did it form? How, why, when, and who? Go.
You're all fat.
Who wants to answer that?
Yeah, one of you go for it. There's four parts there, and there's four of you just saying.
Wait, who created the CBM? Was it Viktor?
I say more it's Forsaken Empire that created it.
Yeah, well, pretty much. No, but whose idea was it after that PC?
Who was the one that made the joke? It was Viktor, wasn't it?
It was
Dara?
It was like Dara or Viktor. It was one of those guys or something.
I don't know. People listening probably don't know what's going on, so just tell the story.
How was the CBM created, Viktor?
You're all fat.
You're all fat. So, Forsaken Empire created the CBM.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Tell the story, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay, we did a PC or something, or I guess I'll do it. We did a PC, don't remember why. Flipped Forsaken's shit, they were farming.
No.
They started wanting to have a meeting, or...
No, it was a defense. It was a defense for the first billboard. My,
Oh yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, wrong.
Oh, that's right, because they were claiming that was their district.
Yeah, because apparently I'm cahoots with Random Guns, and they're like hiding their district, and that was actually Forsaken Empire's rightful district, and they're trying to take it back.
Yeah, that's what Random Guns filmed it from them, and then Random Guns gave it to Viktor, and then Forsaken Empire decided that was their district, and they...
Yeah, Random Guns took that district from Forsaken Empire, and then I traded one of my districts in Clinked for the district in Altabred that Random Guns took from Forsaken Empire. So I assume Forsaken Empire didn't know that we traded, so they thought that Random Guns just gave Eve Dust Disc Exchange the district, and they attacked it because it was quote unquote rightfully their district.
Okay.
So they attacked your billboard.
Yeah, they attacked the billboard. Before the CBM was even a thing, they attacked the billboard.
And then after the battle...
After they redlined and shit stopped, we decided to have a meeting with them. And we said, hey, listen, let's make up something called the CBM, the Council of Billboard Management. And let's say that they're in big trouble for attacking this billboard. So then we all set up this meeting in this chat. I think we had like 13 people in there. And we brought Big Daddy from Forsaken Empire and a couple of other guys. I think we all had voice changers on and stuff like that.
You can't forget Stephen Barnes. You can't get Stephen Barnes. You can't forget that dude.
Pink
Stephen
Pine
Barnes
too.
was
But yeah.
Stephen Barnes
they got all super serious video game business on us about how this district was rightfully theirs, that we had, why we're using ringers, why is this district there, why is Random Guns on our side, something like that. And then they started yelling at us. Stephen Barnes freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, he lost his shit.
At this time, like half the chat that was the just formed CBM was cycling off their mute unmute button because they were laughing their tits off.
Yeah, we're laughing too hard. Especially when he said we're all fat. We don't know how to change our kids' diapers.
It's like, yeah, I gotta go change my kid's diaper, but you wouldn't know anything about that because you're all fat.
You're all fat.
And you gotta keep in mind, he's screaming this so loud that his voice is cracking the whole time.
Alright.
He was so mad.
So I'm gonna...
That was just the icing on the cake.
That people understood what happened based on the storytelling. Anyway, about when was this?
Basically, it started off trolling.
Yeah, exactly. That's still what it is, though, isn't it?
Trolling,
Really.
and still is trolling.
Yeah, so when did this go down?
Wow.
A couple months ago.
Was it 2014? It was 2014, I believe.
I believe it was, yeah.
I don't think
November-ish?
Yeah,
think it was
November sounds right to me.
That's probably about right.
I'm gonna search Dust forums for You're All Fat. See when it was first mentioned.
Oh yeah, we made a thread. I think I made a thread about that. It was me or Dara or something. They were just throwing puns in there from the meeting and stuff. So around that time, it was like a day afterwards that thread was made. So that'll give you your date.
Okay, so that's kind of how it got started.
And we forgot to mention that we did make them fill out forms.
Oh yeah, okay. They filled out internet forums on the internet. For little internet boys, alright. Serious Anyway, yeah. So let's talk about CBM in its current state. Who are the members, quote unquote, quote?
Well,
members?
people here. There's some members, I guess we won't say who they are because I'm pretty sure they're people that don't want their inbox being spammed. I mean, either way, you can give all the members, and Cuse is gonna receive all the mail, period, and stuff.
I have a
secretary.
You can forward
secretary. There you go.
Don't send me an email. I won't.
So it's primarily people in this chat right now, excluding.
Yeah, there's other people
really.
too. I mean, there's Shepherd Gray and stuff, and then there's other people. Like I said, I won't mention their names.
All right, let's just only mention just one.
All right.
Seems fair.
Move on.
What have you guys done as the CBM? What kind of stuff?
Basically, after that troll, the whole troll with Big Daddy, and it was back when Viktor had one billboard, so he could advertise his Eve Dust Exchange. We decided, hey, let's make more billboards for no reason. So then we figured, there's going to be a need for a fighting force to defend all these billboards. So Council of Billboard Management kind of started off just waiting for people to attack billboards, and we would go in there and stomp people out. But as the CBM moved on, we needed something to do with all these people and all these perks, so we decided.
It's not necessarily we needed something to do. It's just we all of a sudden started receiving mails and people telling us we were supposed to be doing something, and then we all of a sudden had responsibilities.
Yeah, we didn't know we were supposed to actually be doing something with the CBM.
Okay.
And then we're like receiving mails saying, these guys are farming, you should stop them from farming. I'm like, can we do that stuff now?
Okay.
Yeah, the CBM just kind of grew legs and ran with it.
Yeah.
Like it just all snowballed, and I don't even know where it came from.
And you just started taking farms left and right, trolling right and left, and east and
it
south.
transformed into farm attacking strike force.
Exactly. All right. So you guys have mentioned billboards a little bit. Do you want to clear up what those are, just for anyone that doesn't know?
Mealdolf.
Like, basically how billboards started, the first billboard, I made the first billboard sometime like September, because from what was happening, it's like Dust and PC was kind of a barren wasteland at that time. Even at that time, nobody really wanted districts. It's like, I got a district, I'm like, hey, might as well make some use out of this, because 90% of districts aren't even getting attacked, nothing's really happening. So I'm like, I made selling Templar BPOs for Evis, message Viktor Hadah as the first Dust billboard, and kind of just sat around for a few months. I got some messages, and then later on I switched it to Eve Dust Disc Exchange. And then we got attacked by Forsaken Empire, started the CBM, and then from there on kind of just went with our trolling roots, and just made more billboards in Mealdolf, just kind of as our CBM home.
Alright.
Yes.
So what else we got here? We got Eve Dust Exchange, we got geishas for sucky.
Well, shout out to Roman, because a lot of them are inspired from him.
Yeah, a lot of people.
The geishas, other than like geishas in like I guess the Council of Billboard Management, all of them were like puns from something. Like the Fruit Looping Odyssey, that's from what's that guy's name that made I think Hinox or something that wrote that like pornographic fan fiction in the War Room or something, or whatever it was. This district's worth more than your village, just from Roman insulting like Espeon. Tibbs Gynecology, that's OH, go ask them. The No 16-Man Corp thing, that's also Roman. And then Therm's Sperm Bank, I don't know if that's from me just calling Thermometer or whatever the hell his name is from Random Guns Therm Sperm or something, I don't know. Yeah, what's that guy's name?
Thermoris,
Thermometer, what the fuck it is.
Thermoris,
yeah.
Thermoris, yeah, that guy.
What a chode.
Oh god. I interviewed him once, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. So they're all like puns from stuff.
Alright. Cool. So that clears that up. Goals, I guess? I mean, I assume it's just to keep messing up the farming industry, but anything else you got there?
Farm tiers.
Farm tiers. You want to give me a dictionary definition of farming tiers?
We find someone's.
There's no way you just open your dictionary that quickly.
Yeah, basically right there.
We just get you to fill Cuse Town's inbox with mails.
Alright.
We see someone's farming like crazy. you attack it, and the second you send the attack, someone's gonna receive team mail, Cuse Town. You go in the war barge, you fight them, Cuse Town's getting spam messages. You tell them, no, it's this person who sent the attack. Cuse Town still gets messages, and it's just a bunch of farming tears, basically. Them crying, and like they give stories.
Okay, so
like,
farming.
One district that like someone attacked, I started getting QQ mail for some reason, and I received 4 different stories from people, and it's funny.
Okay, farming
They always have an excuse of what they're doing, and it's never fun.
I get most of the QQ for some reason. For some reason, people like to send out
farming tears. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so farming ISK. What exactly do you guys consider farming ISK, or what is farming too much?
Everyone has a different policy, I guess.
Alright, well.
Holding a district and attacking it with another corporation to no-show the battle and then go in and just collect that 20 million ISK every time you do that. That's what I consider farming.
Again, you gotta understand that CBM doesn't really have any official rules or policies or leaders. So just because one person in CBM says something doesn't mean that other people in the CBM can follow.
But message Cuse Town anyways, and even if he says don't message him, I know many of you are too stupid, so to like message anyone else, so you can message him anyways.
No, the thing is, he says he won't respond, but he will.
Yeah, he will.
Make sure you're.
They're gonna message you either way, dude. Geisha's corp description says don't message Cuse Town. This corp has nothing to do with Cuse Town, but I know you're gonna message him anyways because many of you are stupid. That's the corp description right there for one of the billboards.
Okay,
it's gonna happen. You can't
farming definition varies from person to person. All right, and bullying. People have called you guys bullies quite a lot, from what I understand. What do you have to say about that?
Usually, it's someone we flipped. That was farming.
Yes. Somebody that just lost.
Yeah, it's always some ex-farmer.
Well, if you're farming, you probably want to be prepared to defend the farm and fight for it. Now, if you lose that battle, then that's kind of your fault. It's not anybody else's fault.
Yeah, you can farm all you want if you can defend it when it does get attacked.
Again, like I said before, it's personally everybody has different views, and yeah, like my view for PC is prepare to get hit. The thing is, I'm sure people for Real Corps have been calling us bullies, but thing is, for the past quite some time, PC has been pretty easy, and we will attack smaller corporations just because, literally that's the reason, just to get fights. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to flip it, but we'll come, we'll fight, and reasoning is kind of like, we're just there to, how would I put it, stop all the care bearness of all the corporations, all the smaller corporations, because a lot of the times all these care bears that lead to farming because it makes PC too safe of a place from what I've been experiencing. Kind of like Planet Fight Club was. At first it was for fights, but then it's like you have all these rules. If you break this rule, these people will do something. And CBM kind of comes in, causes a little bit of chaos every now and then, but that's kind of from my perspective, that's kind of the point of PC. Not everything that you're going to expect to happen is going to happen. Some things that you're not going to expect to happen are going to happen at times. People are going to kick down your sound castles when you don't expect it, because that's just what's going to happen, because that's how PC is.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is, that just reminded me, the last district rule thing, that is something most of us kind of follow too, because PC is at that point where it's kind of just dead, so we don't want to be kicking people out of PC to where they're not going to PC again. So like, I guess a lot of us kind of followed the last district rule, because we all have been PCing enough that we understand you kick people out a couple times, they're not going to come back in. They're going to cry, they're going to disband their corp, and they're not going to play anymore. Good job.
That's another rule. That's another rule of the
Friggin'
CBM, is to kind of protect the last district rule. And
I always have my reasons.
Smaller corps will contact us and ask us to defend their last district. Or if they lose their last district, we'll go in and take it back and get it back from them. That's a lot of different things that we like to do for people.
Okay. So, Contraband Joe and his CBM rebellion. Lay it on there.
He created a rebellion? When did this happen? I've been gone like a week.
Something like that.
I thought it was Big Daddy.
Alright. Well,
Big Daddy.
Okay, well I'm thinking, Contraband, what was it? It was like a week ago he was trying to do his whatever rebellion.
That's for the
whatever.
5-minute clone challenge, and everyone was playing air horn music or something.
No, it was Big Daddy.
Alright. My mistake. Big Daddy. Alright. So, lay it on me now.
So Big Daddy's tried to start a revolution or revolt up against the CBM to get the whole community to rise up. Now,
ever.
Well, okay, my question here is, are you scared?
Well, no, but
I
obviously
would like to be scared.
I'm petrified.
I would like more fights or something to happen, but that's nonsense. But
That's
obviously
scary.
Big Daddy he was the original reason the CBM was created in the first place. He was the first farm to ever get flipped and stuff like that. Of course, this guy is going to be upset about the whole situation. So all the power to him. Whoever he wants to put in his little funky chat channel to get it to come fight us, and bring it on.
So far, I think it's just Viktor, isn't it? Right, you sitting there all by yourself?
His army has doubled in size by Viktor joining.
Wait, what happened? Oh yeah, I'm doing that chat channel. Sorry if I'm like a bit out of it. I'm like in an E-fleet right now.
He's neck bearding right now.
Yeah, I'm neck bearding and Eve. I got this chat in one channel and my E-fleet in the other.
Drinking vodka, running 80-man fleet.
Okay. I think that's pretty much all I have to ask about the CBM, unless there's anything else you guys thought of as we were doing this. Exactly.
Talk about how everybody has a misconception of what the CBM is and likes to, say they're a part of the CBM or that the CBM does this and that when they have no idea what they're talking about.
Okay, so I was gonna do a joke where I ask you that exact word for word what you just said, but that was a lot of words that I can't repeat. So just go ahead and talk about it for me.
We've had some issues to where, for some of us trying to give districts away, it's not just something that happens with the CBM, but it happens in PC in general for a long time and stuff. Like, we'll play PC against some random Latino corp or random group of blueberries that attack someone. And afterwards, like, I try to figure out who's in charge over there. I join their PC chat because some of them invite me to, and I ask them if they want a district or something. And sometimes I've met with them and they act like it's a giant, like, they have like all these conspiracy theories about PC, thinking is basically like one giant mob, to where they attack anyone is like a giant army to fight them, and the second they get a district, they're gonna get flipped, and everyone farms, everyone has SSDs and hacks the game and that crazy shit. And that's not the case at all. And what's interesting is, like, when it comes to farming in PC, they're actually like, the people that farm the most in PC are not PC players, they're actually pub players. Like, the people that actually play PC, they're not farming, a lot of them. And some of them are, they have their minor farms operations going on. But the ones that are hardcore farming, they don't PC at all. They're just pub players that have districts and they lock them down 100%, like with War Ravens and stuff, and Academy Inferno and everything. They're just pub players, they're not PC players. So there's that misconception. But you're not going to get bullied if you get a district. I mean, sure, if you piss off someone or you have, I guess, Almighty Sosa in your corp, then you're going to get flipped. But other than that, everyone's going to leave you alone. Like, I've given districts to probably, I think, 4 or 5 corps, and like, they're still in PC. All of them, except for one. One of them, I think, merged with some other Hispanic corp. All of them are still in PC, some of them are just chilling or doing nothing. The others actually fighting and flipping districts. But
another problem we've been having is people do get kicked out of PC, and we don't always notice it because we don't really babysit all these corporations. If people do get kicked out of PC, need a new district, they just need to ask. Because a lot of the problems that we have with this is like corporations outside of like the English-speaking time zones, like Latino corporations, Japanese corporations, everything like that. They don't necessarily know all the rules, or they don't follow them. But people get kicked out. I mean, if you might get kicked out. It's not a rule followed by everybody. Again, every rule is trumped by the because I can clause. If somebody wants to kick you out and they can, they will. But if you tell the CBM to give you a district, that you need a new district, we'll try to get you one. But we need to know. We don't fucking follow your corporation out every fucking second, watching your districts. But there needs to be some sort of responsibility on your parts.
another thing too, if like KEQ attacks you, it doesn't mean it's always KEQ, and it doesn't mean it's always a CBM. So if KEQ attacks you, don't think it's all the CBM. It might be just KEQ actually attacking you, just to have fun and have a fight. I mean, I guess for some of you, actually, it's quite easy to know if the CBM's attacking you. If you're farming, then yeah, expect the attack to be the CBM. If you're not farming, then if like KEQ, Catback, or whoever attacks you, then it's not the CBM, so don't think we're going to go in there, flip your shit or something, or maybe they will. But it's just them attacking for fun, because there's been some instances where people get attacked and like, oh, the CBM's harassing us. It's like, no, it's just that core pointing the PC. You know?
Another thing, the CBM doesn't want more districts. Nobody in the CBM wants more districts.
No, not at all.
We're not after your districts. We take farm districts unwillingly. We'll take them, but we don't really want them.
We usually go in and flip farms, and then we just give those farms out to newer corps. It's a good way to recycle all the districts and PCs.
Yeah, that just reminded me too. There's been some conspiracy theories that mailed off like the CBM Prime thing is 100% farming daily. I'm looking at it right now. They're all online, and that's usually the case. I've been gone for like a week.
Oh shit! I need
and
to tap
like
one.
they're still online. They don't. I mean,
I'm changing a billboard.
But yeah, they don't farm and shit. They're just
In honor of
there.
Fanfest.
I mean, some people might farm. Like let's say Tibbs Gynecology, that might farm a little bit or something, or the other ones, because there's other corporations that are not here, you know, that are part of the CBM. Like I said, I'm not giving full names, and they might farm a little bit, but they PC a lot, so you know it's whatever. They have like one district, okay. But other than that, they're all online. Usually, if one of them is under attack, it's because like Geisha sent all the clones, and then every time I do it or someone else does it, they get attacked by some like random Latino corp. I mean, last time it was some corp called Del Vampiro something.
Conferia del Vampiro?
Yeah, something like that. And then there was like Kaiba Corporation, then Super Black Soul Saiyan, which for some reason is an Italian corp. You know, looking at the name, I wouldn't have guessed.
Ben.
Yeah.
Okay,
And what's interesting is I gave them all districts except for Del
kinda straying
Vampiro,
from-
whatever. So, yeah.
The question kind of was, who is the CBM and who's not the CBM, and who people claim to be. But we kind of strayed off topic, then we strayed back on topic, and now we're off topic again. So can we just?
Oh yeah, that's the number one thing that gets you attacked by CBM is claiming to be a member of the CBM or claiming to know the CBM, and somebody like Luke Andrews from Outcast Mercs when he had told the Eternal Beings that he knows the CBM and he's going to have the CBM attack him and this and that. That's the number one way to get yourself attacked. False advertising.
Okay.
And impersonating a CBM official.
False advertising.
It's a capital offense.
Yeah, Luke Andrews. You about to get it. You know
And the CBM generally won't threaten you, will just attack.
Alright. So I think that's about it. I kind of wanted to ask about Raffle, the new Raffle, really quick. If you guys don't mind,
enlighten
since
us.
I have you here.
Yeah, the new Raffle, the old leader of Raffle who created a long time ago. That guy's been AFK for like 3 years now, and sadly, one day he just disbanded our whole alliance. So, which was a good thing because we just wanted to reform it so we can get a button pusher in here that's on dust every day. So we just reformed the alliance, and we're gonna bring all the corporations back in.
Okay. That's a lot more boring than I hoped, but I think that's about all I got for you guys. So, final shout-outs, final, I don't know.
Shout out to Outcast Mercs.
Yeah, coming for
Coming
you.
for you.
Something exactly you
We're
guys.
coming for you.
Coming for you. Alright.
Shout out to Big Daddy, thanks for creating the CBM. And Nyan-san says stop applying, you're not getting into Nyan-san. That's directly from Maverick. Mavic.
Because you're all fat.
Okay. And there we go. That's,
Just make sure you fill out the forms.
Can't wait to listen to this whole interview because I think I missed half of it.
yeah, anyways, that was the CBM interview. See you guys.